All right, welcome back. We're going to continue with percents. Before we do, what did one candle say to the other candle? So let's look at some percents that we did. We did these type of questions without a calculator not that long ago. So if I wanted to find 75% of 44, well, we know 75% is the same as 3/4 of 44, means 3/4 times 44. And I can cancel, right? I can divide top and bottom by 4. That becomes 1, that becomes 11. 3 times 11 is 33. So 33 is 75% of 44. Next one we might have done without a calculator, 45% of 500. Okay, well, yeah, we could break this one down, can't we? Because we know what 10% is. 10% of 500 is 50. So 40%, all right? 40% is 4 of those, so 40% is 200. 5% is half of 10%. 5% is 25. So 45% would be 225. So that's our answer. 45% of 500 is 225. And we might do something like that if we were doing it without a calculator. Okay, but what if we didn't have a calculator? All right, what if I wanted to do something like this? Or what if I do have a calculator? Okay, we could do this without a calculator. This might require a little more time. We could find 10% and then find 60%. We could find 5%. We could find 1% and 2 1%. So we could get there. But if we have our calculator, there's a much easier way to do it. And I think the easiest way, your calculator does have a percent button. It's usually in orange above one of the keys in white. So you need to use the shift function on most calculators. Some of them will have the percent button as a white function on one of the keys. And you could do 67% now of, remember, of means multiply. So if you were using the percent sign on your calculator, you could do 67, find the percent button, and then times 138. So that's one way you could do it on your calculator. Me personally, I think it's just easier to change the percent to a decimal, right? 67% is 0.67. So me personally, when I do these, I would just, in my head, say 67% is 0.67 times 138, and that's what I would put in my calculator. And if we do that, you might get your calculator out to go ahead and check that, is 92.46. Okay, so we could do it the long way, but we have our calculator. This is much quicker either way. If you change in your head to a decimal, you're saving yourself a keystroke or two before you do it. Okay, we'll look at another example. Calculate 32.5% of 53. So again, you could use the percent button in the calculator. I think it's easier. Change 32.5% into a decimal. How do we change percent to a decimal? Well, percent means out of 100, so I divide by 100. So on my calculator, I would do 0.325 of means times 53. Okay, so you put that in your calculator. It would be good if you go ahead and put it in your calculator, go ahead and check, and you should get 17.225. Okay, so again, doing these type of questions, and again, all the ones we did without our calculator, we could do them with our calculator. It would be much quicker. But usually on papers, when you're allowed to use your calculator, they're going to be a little bit, harder like this, where you really do need to use your calculator to save some time. But if you're allowed to use your calculator, why not use it on all of it? Okay, so what did one candle say to the other candle? Let's go out together. We'll see you soon.